Hey y'all. So I'm getting ready to get the applesauce going because I'm going to can applesauce. So let's talk the canning of applesauce. There's two different ways you can do it. You can do water bath or you can do pressure can. I'm undecided on which I'm going to do yet, but more than likely I'll do water bath just because it's quicker. You don't have the huge wait for cool down. But I'm getting all the apples chopped up and I'm doing it in the crock pot because this fits so much and I can have it out of the way in the kitchen because I've got focaccia dough rising. I've got sourdough starter trying to keep it warm. And like I say, I'm getting the apples going. So I want to say I got about 10 pounds of apples I'm going to do. These are yet to be peeled and cored because I need to put this on and let this start cooking down somewhat. Just a little bit to where I can fit the rest of this. And then we're going to add sugar and, you can add, you can add cinnamon or nutmeg and spices, however you like your applesauce. But one thing I absolutely love about apple season is it's literally zero waste. Like, they get peeled and cored. The peels go to my chickens, my turkeys, my ducks. The cores into jars filled up with vinegar for apple scrap vinegar, and it's literally zero waste. So I will bring you guys back once this cooks down just a smizzle and I can fit more apples in to put the sugar and spices that I put in my applesauce. And they've gotten their apple scraps. I'm surprised everybody isn't out here, but I'm sure there's ones in there laying eggs. Hello, Beetlejuice. Hi, Gerald. Hi, Redneck. Hi, Hillbilly. Naughty roosters. The girls are going through their molt, but their feathers are coming in. Come on, ladies. Come on. Come on, babies. Turkeys. They love the apples. So yeah, there's a little peek at part of the flock. Part. All right, so this cooked for, I don't know, I want to say maybe 30 minutes to an hour in the crock pot on high, just so I could lower the level of apples. I got the rest, 2, 4, 6 apples chopped up, put in there. I put a tablespoon, a tablespoon of cinnamon, and it was less than a half cup of sugar. Now, you could totally do this no sugar and see where you're at once you're ready to the mash point for the applesauce. But like I say, this is basically for my kids. And so I do it a little bit sweeter, but I still want that tartness. So a half cup of sugar, and that'll probably be all. So now it's going to go back to cooking until the apples are all really fork tender. And then I'm going to come in with the potato masher and mash them. You could put this through a food mill. I mean, you could put it in the blender if you want it more smooth. This is just how I do it. So then I don't know that I'll get to the canning today. It's getting later and I've got other things to do. So this may go in the fridge. But obviously with the process of the canning, I will obviously bring you guys back and show y'all. So yeah. Oh, and I should add in that I did add a half cup of water in with the apples. We don't want to forget that. All right, I'll bring y'all back. All right, so I cooked the apples until they were really fork tender and they were starting to come apart. And then I shut the crock pot off and I just let it set. And then obviously had to do dinner and do things. And then I came back in with just my potato masher, nothing fancy, and started mashing. And that's where we're at. So let's look at the texture. I'm not a super smooth applesaucer, I guess you could say. I mean, there's a little bit of texture, but I mean, it shouldn't look like apple butter. Tasted it. It tasted a little too on the tart side for my liking. So I did add 2 additional tablespoons of sugar in, and that's it. So now I'm going to let this cool a little more, and I'm going to put it in my fridge overnight, and then it'll get heated back up tomorrow, and we'll come back. Well, I'll bring you guys back, and we'll get this canned up tomorrow. Oh, and also there's the apple scrap vinegar. So that's just apple cores. This is an old pickle jar. Filled it all the way up. A little bit of parchment paper, wax paper, whatever you have, just to create a barrier because oxidation. And filled up with vinegar. Now it's just going to go down in the basement. It's going to set. So in what, like 4, 6, 8 weeks, whatever, drain it, and you essentially have a version of apple cider vinegar, but not really, because you don't have the quote-unquote mother. So yeah. All right, y'all. So I've decided I'm going to water bath can this. So I've got the applesauce heating in a pot, and as you see, like, this pot is brimmed. So I'm keeping a real close eye on it. I've got my lids and band sterilizing. I've got water heating, and I've got my jars warming. So once I get everything canned up and ready to go into water bath can, I'll obviously bring y'all back so you can see again, because we need water to cover over 1 inch over the top of our jars. We're looking at a 1/2 inch of headspace, and we're looking at a water bath processing time of 15 minutes. So I will bring y'all back. All right, the jars are warmed. Got vinegar for the rim. Now let's talk 1/2 inch headspace. So from here to here is 1 inch. So we're going to fill to about there. We're going to wipe our rims, put our flat lid on, and then tighten the band hand tight, no further. So I've got water ready to go because we're water bath canning. So I'm going to get these filled, and then I'll bring y'all back once we go to load the canner. All right, so I've got our water to top over the jars. This yielded 8 pints. So the last one's going in. Like I say, we wiped the rims, we got the flat lids on, the bands are hand tight, and now we need to cover over with 1 inch of water. So I know by like, it's about there. So like I say, these will process. You know what? Let's get our lid on. Let me show y'all. Let's get our lid on. Come on. Hold on, we gotta get it seated right. There we go. Locked. Let's lock it. And then we are going to process 15 minutes. So when it's done, it will have like a 5-minute cool down, and then it'll beep at me. And when I go to bring these suckers out, I will bring y'all back. And a quick side note, if you wanted to do quart jars instead of pints, quart jars would process water bath can 20 minutes. Just a little side note, y'all. All right, y'all. Well, it's done, as you see. So let's open our canner. Again, always, always, always open it away from you, because the steam burns are real. All right, let's see what we're working with, shall we? The water looks good, looks clear. Hopefully that means no siphoning, because siphoning is real as well. Yes. Oh, applesauce is absolutely gorgeous. My 15-year-old son is going to be so thrilled, because this kid will literally open a jar, eat half of it, and then use the other half of it in like oatmeal or whatever. Look at how pretty. I need to move, hold on. We need some more room. So let me reposition these. So yeah, I say that 10 pounds, it was roughly 10 pounds, I want to say, of apples, yielded 8 pints of beautiful, beautiful applesauce. And literally, applesauce is so easy to make. And like I say, I mean, you can pressure can this. but I chose to water bath because just it's faster. When you've got a busy day, water bath canning is so much faster. But yeah, it came out pretty. So they'll set for like 24 hours. Make sure, as you see the little, that they depress, they seal up, and then the bands will come off. I do not see siphoning in there. I do not see cloudy water or applesauce particles, so I usually just wipe with vinegar where the band was. You can wipe the whole jar down. You can wash the jar, whatever tickle your pickle, like for real. And then, yeah, they'll go down in storage. I hope everyone is having a successful canning season. Next up I don't know. I don't know if I'll document it. I might, depending on, I've got family coming, so. I might do apple pie filling, and I'm doing I mean, you guys see my cider press, and that is for, raw cider, but I'm doing a canned apple juice cider spice version that I'm going to can in quarts. So, I very well may document that too. So, all right, y'all. Stay busy.